with you. I'll do an IPA.
What is going on, guys? Ryan here with another Dent Digest live show. Got some special guests here. Got Mike Toledo. What's going on?
What's cracker lacking? What's going
And
on,
I
guys?
got Don Cavanaugh. He's at a secret location right now.
Gino East in downtown Chicago.
Ooh, we've been there before.
That's good
Nice.
stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So, I want to do a little recap of last week. I always seem to bring on some tools. I didn't even tell Mike. I'm kind of throwing this on him right now, but I picked up a tool in Colorado, and I've used it every day this week, and it is absolutely awesome. And it is this Kiwi slide hammer. Anson sells it. Have you used this yet, Mike?
I have used it. I really like it. It's the go-to for the cold glue.
This thing, I know Don's had one of the first ones in the States. And this thing,
really great.
This thing is it's got a swivel tip on it to where it's got a pass through and a regular head. And it's awesome. Good weight. I think it's 6 pounds, Don?
Yeah, I think it is. It's a good hefty weight. At first, when you use it, it almost feels too heavy. And then after you use it, it's like great for Glexo, great for the pass through on the Kiko and the flip over side. I'm really liking it quite a bit.
And Shane Griffin makes this, correct?
Yep, Kiwi. Yep.
So Anson sells this thing. Let me just tell you, totally worth the money. I mean, the build quality is unbelievable. What's your thoughts, Mike?
Did you pick that up at the Mega Media event?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. Well, my thoughts were. Oh, go ahead.
I was fighting security because my bag was a bit heavy. So, I'm walking through the airport with like 3 pairs of shoes. It was all good. So what were you saying, Mike?
I'm just saying that is a go-to slide hammer. People think, well, why do I need such a heavy slide hammer? But when you're using that slide hammer with the cold glue, you're going to get that snap. You need that big pull, that snap that shocks that metal, and that's why you use it. Plus, even if you want to use it for something else, you have that end that you can switch over. So that was good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Really clever.
It's the real deal for sure. Give you a chance to use it, Ryan.
I have. I've used it every day since I've been home, and it's.
You have.
It's freaking. I don't even use my other slide hammers anymore.
Do you use it? You don't. So you use it full time. So you.
I'm using it all the time. I did a rail today, and just like regular dead center tabs, and it takes so little bit of work to hit it. Sometimes you're really yanking on some of them, but this just so easy anymore. It's awesome.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you, man. You doing all right there, Don?
Yep, I'm doing good. I'm trying to figure out my beer I'm going to order.
Nice, dude. Nice, man. Look at this. He's got this little.
Look at he's got the life. He leaves Greeley, Colorado, flies home for one day, and then he goes to Chicago.
Yeah, he's a traveling man, dude. Trying to travel more than me this year.
Yeah, I doubt that, buddy. I don't think that's possible, but I'm trying to keep up.
So Ryan, you want to get him going, or what? It sounds like he's gonna get ready to eat.
Yeah, why don't you go eat and then come back in, Don?
We're probably 40 minutes away from a pizza showing up here, so we're good. We're good.
So we'll get into this thing a little quick. So I want to get into why we were all in Greeley, Colorado last week, and a lot of people were talking about it this week on Facebook, just saying, "Hey, it looked like it was a lot of fun. It looked like it was a good event." And let me tell you, that event was probably my favorite trip of the whole year. Absolutely favorite of all time of any of my dent trips. The quality of people, the amount of information was mind-blowing. Just blew my mind of the information. And one thing I do have to say, Mike, you work harder than anybody I've seen at an event. You were running around trying to handle all these different things at one time and making sure they were running right. So I appreciate what you did just in the time that you put in running around like a crazy man to really get it out there.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I listen. I wasn't the only one that was running around. We had a little. Everybody was. We look for. I said this on. I was on PDR Tool Time. They cold called me yesterday, and honestly, if it wasn't for Derek Yost, that guy is the one
Very
that
true.
was hustling, dude. That guy was making. He was making sure that it made me look good. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
He's a
uh,
superstar.
and
Hello.
he basically, I would say, is.
So I'm gonna
ev-
do a
You need. Can we mute? Can we mute Don?
Yeah, I'm
pre-workout,
gonna.
please.
Yeah, just mute.
All right, there
All
you
right, we're good.
go.
Holy schmauzers.
Sorry, guys. I was trying. I couldn't hear my train of thought. So nothing against you, Don. Just, um. Anyways, yeah. Without Derek Yost, I wouldn't be able to probably
Yeah.
have it even get close to that. And then second of all, we had Don was helping out at the
Oh,
end,
yeah.
was helping for the interviews. Thank you, Don. Everybody was pitching in and doing their stuff, but it ran very smooth. And I think every event, like I was mentioning before, with Derek, there's a guy like that at every
Yeah.
successful event. You know what I mean?
And he was focused. I mean, he was there to get it done. You know what I mean? He was.
Well, this is his fourth go around. The first time he was he was an attendee and he was still helping me. You know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
still there. Vince was helping me in the first one, but just Derek's been taking it over since then, and he's been doing an excellent job. And we wouldn't be as it wouldn't have ran as successful without him.
Now, I guess give a little rundown for the people that have not been to the Mega Media event, just to kind of give them an idea of what it is.
Mega Media Event is a place where you can get your photos taken, where you can get video clips taken of yourself, learn tons of content about how to grow your business in the social media network, and that's what it's about. There was a lot of holes that needed to be filled on the other side of PDR of doing that. So, and then we added headshots this year, which we never did before, and it gives you a fresh look to your profile of yourself, identity, whether you're going to use it for your business cards, your websites, and it looks phenomenal. They look great. So where are you going to get all that for under $2,500? I mean, I just don't. There's just no way you could do that.
No.
There's nowhere you can do that.
No. And I was a doubter. I told you guys there when I was there, when you guys first did this event, I was like, it's a lot of money. I don't see what they're giving. You know, I don't see what the value is for that amount of money. But then I watched it grew and it grew and it grew. And last year, I remember looking at my wife saying, I'm doing that event next year. I'm going. I don't care if it's 5,000, I'm going. And then I was, lucky enough for you guys to ask me to speak at the event. And let me tell you right now, if you're trying to grow your paintless dent repair business next year, you need to go. It's mind blowing. My phone, since I've been back, has been blowing up from all the guys that were there. And it's crazy. It's like your own little mastermind group with guys. What's up, Mary?
Hold on, I'll put her mic on. Keep going, Ryan. I mean, yeah.
So, it's like your own little group of guys together that are just completely feeding off of each other. It's amazing. The amount of information is just, there's no way you can come home with all of it.
No. Hold on just a second. Let me plug her in. Here's what's good about it, though. If you have that, anybody who's been at MTE, Mobile Tech Expo, remember your first time when you went there, right? You felt like, why haven't I done this sooner?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you hear?
I can hear fine.
Can you hear?
Yes.
All right, you guys can hear. That's the same feeling you're going to get there. But here's the cool thing about it. It's not really a social meeting, even though it turns out to be. It's a mini, I would say, mini MTE, but very, very potent. You know what I mean? It's like.
Hey, Mike, it looks like everybody's asking to turn your volume up. You seem too low. Yeah.
Okay, how's that?
That's
better?
perfect. That's better.
Everybody good?
Yep.
So,
go for it.
I want to turn Mary up a little bit too. So
I think Mary's got it under control.
Go ahead, go ahead
Can you
speak.
guys hear me?
Go speak
Too
We
into
loud?
can.
speak
You're
into the
good.
mic.
Is it too loud?
She's perfect.
Okay, good.
So we've got Mary Toledo here, and she's doing something pretty cool with. I don't know if you've seen her shirts that they've been posting, and a couple guys wore them. Mike's actually wearing one right now.
Hmm.
So why don't we get into what the reason is that you were doing this?
Well, everyone is doing the toy drive, during the holidays. So I'm like, oh, I want to do something like that too. And I actually told Mike, but last year we were so busy that I was like, I'm gonna like put that on the back burner and come back to it. So finally, we settled down a little bit, with the moving and everything. So I said, okay, instead of the toy drive, I don't know, somehow it keeps coming back in my head. Help the kids. And it's not just I can help the kids, I was thinking maybe like in other countries or here, but then I'm thinking here really the beauty about America is like everyone helps everyone if we ever come to that point. But in other countries, where my mom was born, it's like, I mean, I kind of like my first 15 years I grew up there, so I kind of like see both countries. I wanted to help those kids because they don't have a lot of opportunities, and the fact that the kids are, I always thought that they're the only one that's always kind of like left behind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking I wanna, at least that 1 day or 2 days before the holidays to kind of give them like something to like be excited about and remember that, hey, do you remember that lady when she came over here, brought us all this food or even like maybe clothes, shoes, and stuff like that. So I wanted to do something like that and make the kids smile.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a great idea.
So that's why I thought about the orphanage in the Philippines, where I still have relatives there in the province of Lucena. It's actually part of Quezon area where Manila is. It's about 2 hours south of Manila. And so this orphanage actually, it's run by she's Italian. She grew up here in New Mexico, but then when she was younger, she's a missionary, and when she went to the Philippines, she realized that there's a need for people like us to help those kids in other countries. So she ended up marrying over there, and then decided to have her own orphanage. And so she comes back and forth here, and the way the orphanage runs, she gets people to donate, like her friends here, her family. She came from like I think eight eight in the family, so that's how they're getting their sponsorship.
Where'd Ryan go?
I don't know. Something's going on with your
I'm just right here.
yeah, with your
Are you having any audio problems? Are we fine or?
I can hear me through you.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me.
sometimes you guys will disappear. So it's kind of like distracting. I don't know what this thing is doing.
How's that? Better?
That's much better.
Okay.
All
Does
right.
anybody have any say something? Okay, Vince.
I think we're good.
Vince is telling me to say something. I should be fine. So you can
That's
hear me,
fine.
right?
Vince
Oh,
is
you
Dawn?
can't. DK cannot hear us.
Did you? No, I think that. Did you unmic me now, bud?
you're
Can you
good.
hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you. Uh-huh.
I came out to a place where no one else is, so it'll be quiet now.
Oh, there it is. There you are. Yeah.
Look at that.
Sweet.
The background earlier, huh? It's kind of noisy. So,
Can-
anyways, I brought the shirt here. Actually, Eric Patton messaged me today, and he said, "Mary, I got the shirts. This is quality shirts." And
Oh yeah.
the fact that I have actually also a tag. Hold on. So, well, Mike is wearing one. This is what it looks like. And when I package it like
Yeah, just give you guys a heads up. We really like these shirts because just dent guys or ladies. It's super soft. It's comfortable. Uh, it's been the shirts that are pretty much out. Carbon Tech has these kind of shirts. Like everyone's starting to go to these shirts. They're really soft, really easy to fit, and they breathe easy too, no matter what kind of weather you're in. And they fit good, no matter even if you're a little thicker or if you're a little skinnier, it's still fitting. You know what I mean? So,
How about this? It makes you look good, okay?
It makes you
That's
look
right.
just enough reason for you to buy it.
look,
And they don't shrink.
I look good here, but I don't look good here. All right, but it
Hey.
makes me look
Right.
good.
Scotto says, "Are you wearing a small because your arms look swollen?"
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up with Scotto. Just trying to keep up with Scotto. This
That's
lady
hard to
right
do. The
here-
birthday boy, big
This
birthday
lady-
wishes to Scotto.
Hey, happy birthday, Scotto.
Yeah,
It
that's true.
is.
Happy
Birthday
Scotto.
boy.
So, anyways, this is a premium quality shirts because Mike said, "Hey, I want it to be comfortable, so the guys will wear it." And I said, "Sure, we'll make it happen." And then we went through the process, obviously, with the logo. This logo's been like in my head for a couple of years now. Finally, I told Mike, and Mike said, "Okay, I think you're onto something." And then it's got actually a shirt tag here,
Look at that.
so it's legit.
Shit.
So the way the way I'm gonna actually.
No.
Oh, okay, hold on. The way I'm gonna do this. I told Mike that once we're done with it, because we're gonna run it probably like till the end of November, and then once we
Well, she's gonna. Can I talk?
Yeah,
can I
go
speak
ahead.
up? Well, she's gonna make a trip to the Philippines. She's gonna try to document, but she's definitely gonna document the kids' faces when she gives them their clothes or whatever she's donating to them.
Awesome.
And then
That's cool.
we're gonna everyone here who contributes gets to see the reaction and just make you feel that extra, good feeling that you contributed. You're part of
Nice.
that. So
You're gonna let her take one of your cameras, Mike?
I
yeah
will.
yeah
I will.
that's what I told
Not
Mike.
the good one, dude.
Whatever. I can handle the good one. No, that's what I told Mike. I already pictured in my head that I'm gonna document the orphanage, and I think there's 30 kids there right now, ranging from 8 months to 15, 16 or something like that.
Oh, that's
And-
wonderful, Mary.
And then
And
just
Mike.
to show you guys that this is where the money went and what we've given them, and to kind of like give us some, something to feel good about because we all did this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The PDR industry, our community. So that's why I want to document it.
And there were some guys wearing them at the Mega Media event.
Were there? I didn't see.
Yeah.
Was there? I didn't see
Yeah.
that.
There was 2 guys wearing it. I don't remember their
Oh, that
names.
was- I think- no, was it John? John was one.
John had one, and there was
John
another
Hiley, yeah.
one of the other guys.
Okay.
Did you say
Where can we go to buy these shirts? Because I want to buy one for my wife and I, obviously.
It's on the Den Time website.
I'll have Ryan post.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay. There you go.
Awesome.
They're
Awesome.
all
I'll post
over,
the
too.
link.
Yeah, the
Okay.
PDR
Nice.
Tool-Time Tactical or
Yeah, I
Mega
gotta
Media.
get PDR Tool-Time to put the link up there too.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm extremely proud of Mary. This is her complete idea, and I'm proud of her. She said, instead of doing a toy drive, can we do that? Would you help me out on that? And I said, absolutely. So
Love it.
and so everyone's a win. You know what I mean?
And it's a cool shirt,
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is,
big
right?
time.
you know.
Proud to
It's-
wear it. Proud to
well-
wear it. Yeah.
Well, you know that eat, sleep, we see that all the time, but I was like telling Mike, I said, I remember when he used to do hail in Iowa, pretty much 12, 15 hours of work. And that's, what he was doing is just pretty much eat, sleep, push, dents, and repeat. So I said, and when we do have a chance to talk to each other, it's like at every 9 o'clock with bad Wi-Fi.
I was beat.
And it was like 20, 30 minutes talk, and that was it. And I was like on my own over here doing dent time.
That's funny.
So that's where it came from, the idea. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. And,
Well,
I
thank
just wanted for the people that weren't there or some of the guys that don't follow that stuff, I just wanted to get it out there. Look at that. Dave Stream already posted it for us, so we're good. Dave
Nice.
Stream, he's on it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just don't give him any red wine.
He's more fun.
We're drinking
probably.
beer. We're drinking beer.
Or let him don't let him drink wine on your bed, dude.
I'm glad it wasn't my bed, but
But
no, that was
anyways,
cool.
Well, thank you, Mom. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
Thank you guys for letting me,
Yeah.
Definitely.
speak here.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Mary.
Ryan.
Great
I
idea.
appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Mary.
Great idea.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
That was me.
S-
That was
Hey.
good.
Yeah, it was good. It's a like I said, it's a cool shirt. So,
Proud to wear it.
Yep. And anyways, listen, so what's crack-a-lackin', Don? What are you doing over there, dude?
Man, I'm just standing in the lobby now, so I'm quiet. Hopefully it's not too much feedback here. There's a few people walking by
Oh,
once in a while, so hopefully it's not too bad for
No,
everybody.
it's much better than it was.
I'm sure that lady comes up and like, what do you guys want to drink? I'm like, oh man.
Hey, we're live. That's what happens when you're live.
I guess so. It's fun here in Chicago. It's nothing, a little cold here, but it was just an incredible event put on by Dan Sullivan yesterday, and I'm just blown away by what we've got in front of us. And I got to read 13 books by the time we meet up again, 76 days from now, back in Chicago. But we're learning some great stuff, and it's really fun to be learning from guys that are from all different walks of life. And it's interesting. I think being dent guys and businessmen, we're very smart, of course, but we kind of have the blinders. We don't look left or right, and we kind of do what we do. And they're kind of taking it and throwing some really good ideas. You kind of roundtable with these guys, and hey, we tried this, we tried that. I'm like, no, So we'll the three of us can talk about that, off air. But it's pretty cool stuff for sure. So a lot to learn.
Good deal, man.
Definitely.
Right? Nothing like stop and keep learning and to better yourself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's what life's all about.
And back to that mega media event, I couldn't talk there. I was muted out. That thing was epic. I think it's the best one of all four that I've ever, and I've been to the last three. I didn't go to the first one at Mike's shop, but I would have, if I knew about it, I would have been there. But I just thought it was absolutely amazing. Mike, yourself and John, and like you say, Yosti, just incredible guys. All the guys, all the speakers. Ryan, you as well. You just blew us away. Just really great stuff content that you brought to the table, and Renstrom and just Dentline. Everybody just amazing. I just love our industry and how everybody's here to help each other, and I think it's really important. And it blows my mind how kind and considerate all the guys are that I can call my friends and Dent brothers. So you guys just did a great job.
Thank you.
Look what I just got delivered by Stacy
gosh.
Stream.
Hi, Stace.
So awesome.
It totally was. It was the quality of the people and the quality of the content. Some of the stuff that was being thrown out there, like Matt Moore's stuff. I mean, I called him. I was like, "You were speaking Spanish while you were up there." So
Matt was fabulous. I forgot about Matty. Not really, but great work.
It really was some good info.
Let me tell you something. What I was working with Aaron. Aaron, came for some advanced training after the Mega Media event. The guy flew all the way from Australia to go to the Mega Media event, and then is taking 2 weeks with me. And he said, Mike, what I really liked about it was that you guys had a panel at the end, so where we could all answer, ask questions, and you guys were kind of, you guys were answering them back based on your experience. Oh, thanks, Dave, for posting that, dude. And he really enjoyed it. He said that was one of the best parts where, Ryan, you were up there, Don, you were up there. I got to be up there when I could, but everybody contributed to it. And there was nobody holding back information. Nobody was trying to be the big wig or act like they knew everything. There was no egos, basically, what I'm saying at this show. I mean, we all know that. Even look at, who surprised me about, and you might not, but look, Trey Scott says, Mike, I cannot believe how Trey can be online, dude. I don't know if you guys know, but he was a big teddy bear, but he was so blown away, he said, about how much he learned at this Mega Media event, dude. He wasn't even he didn't really know what it was about. So that made me feel cool. I mean, everybody had a good time, and that's what really mattered, man. They got a lot out of it.
It was everybody's asked since I've been back, how was your trip? And I said, it was amazing. There was not one thing that I could sit back and say, that wasn't that much fun. And what I liked, I mean, the last night we had 40 some people at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, dude, that was fun. Having peanut fights and throwing them
Oh,
across there.
it was great.
Yeah,
It was,
that was great.
it was-
Chris Howe's birthday.
yeah,
That was good.
got to ride the saddle.
Fake
I
birthday.
listen. It felt like a different version of MTE. Not listen. There's no substitute for Mobile Tech Expo. Okay,
No.
We're not trying to say it was better than that. It
No.
was a different vibe, but it was a very good vibe. You know, it
Yeah.
was just really good. I like the fact that they're serious when they come to this event.
Yeah.
You know, there's no bull crap.
And it was, I keep saying quality, and I think it was because everybody there was there for a reason. Everybody there was vested,
There you
just
go.
like the different events you go to. And if you don't invest money into it or invest your time into it, you don't get as much out of it. You know what I mean? You're there for a reason, and everybody was picking each other's brains. And the thing I liked is kind of like when you were up, Mike, and you were talking about TikTok and Instagram, and people could speak and throw different ideas up there, and you're like, really? And they're like, yeah. Charlie Molina's stuff, everybody was inputting so much information.
It was interactive.
It was, and the quality of the photos.
I think personally what I got out of this by being at the show, not just being as a coordinator or with John and I in charge of doing it, what I got out of it really looking at is that it was like a get real moment. Like it was like people could look at each other and really see where they're at as a person. You know what I mean? Not just a PDR tech, but as a whole, as a company. And it kind of helped them measure where they're at, how much work it's not like how far they're behind. It's like how much, what do they got to do? Where they're at? How much more homework do they got to do when they go home? And it just measures them up and says, it puts them on a to-do list and things, the priority to focus on. You know what I mean? And even for me, I mean, like I was like, Matt was saying stuff, Charlie Molina was saying stuff, Jason, and I didn't get to listen to everything. But when I stopped and I heard and I started listening, I was like, man, I need to do that, do this. I got to work on that, and it's just, it kind of I guess you'd call it an accountability seminar.
Oh, yeah.
Because you really feel guilty in a good way that you could have, should have, but you didn't. And now you should.
I was on the plane home doing photos, all my quick text messages that Mike taught me. And the lady next to, she looks over at me and she goes, shoves me a little bit. And she's like, because I had headphones on, and she goes, you've been working for 3 hours straight. You should relax a little bit. And I was like, no, because if I relax, I'm forgetting everything. So I need to do this now to get it over with.
Yeah.
So
that was great about it, because anybody would talk about some new app or something that you see everybody looking down,
Yeah.
downloading, going to their phones and going to work on it. I don't, it's hard to, we could talk about it and people like, you guys are just blowing it up and yada.
I'm telling you.
Look, I don't know where you can get that much value at one place. I mean, it's just really hard.
One thing that stood out for me, you look around the room there. It's my first time there. Half of that room were people that paid to come again, that have been 2 times or 3 times. There's a reason they're spending that money. There's a reason they're coming.
Yeah. We get to a point, Ryan and Don, right, where we're very good at doing our dents, right? We're comfortable. I'm going to say being very good is, I guess, an opinion, right? But you come to the point where you're comfortable doing your dents, man. And then you're like, okay, what do I do now? Like you always seem somehow, if you're a person that wants to be successful, you're always up to that challenge. You always want to challenge yourself. And this helps you get challenged. This challenges you. You know
100%.
what I mean?
You know what I think is so cool with everybody in that room? Everybody was so humble. There was no egos. These are the type of guys that want to get to the next level, and we all feel the exact same way, right? And it's just crazy how everybody's there to help each other. And the round tabling is just as important as what we learned there. And we learned a lot, of course, but I just love that you just talk to everybody just like we're talking right now, just so comfortable and easygoing. And, we had guys coming up to us and they were intimidated to be there, and then they're the ones that they're turning to the best friends, and they're like, oh my god, I thought you guys are all assholes. It's like, what? We're not like that at all. And it was so fun. I just really enjoy the heck out of everybody I meet. Guys from all over, and I enjoy learning from a guy that's 1 year tech. I can learn so much from a 1 year tech. He might not be glassing his dent, but he might have the best idea for a media post, or these younger guys are just blowing us old farts away on some of their ideas, and it's like, yes, it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. And how about Cole's shop, dude?
Oh,
come on. I mean,
it was a dream. It's a dream.
Like the way he's got it ran.
Unbelievable.
He's got a body shop, detail shop down the street. He's got the girls running the front desk, and the wifey's in there. I mean, it's a systemized thing, and everyone knows their job there. I mean, it is awesome.
I mean, they were running their whole shop with 50 people in their lobby.
Yeah,
they were doing great.
But what's cool about it is even though they were running their shop, they were still paying attention to who was speaking. They were listening, they were taking down notes. They didn't stop wanting to grow their business. And Cole is just he doesn't have much of a, shall I say, it's hard to see if he's happy or sad or upset. He's just one tone, but you could see that he's very proud, him and Michelle, of what they built, and I'm proud of them. I think it was awesome, and I think that was a great venue too.
Yeah, it was. I came home, I was like, I need to find a location. I need to find an old movie theater. I mean, that place was just old signs, and it's awesome the way it's set up, and he's got it figured out.
Yeah, Don Vince says, ask Don how many eyeglasses he went through. Maybe. What's he mean by that, dude?
I think I brought like 3 pairs, and one of them got broken. I know that for sure. So how it is, man. When you can't see, you just need the cheaters. I'm like 2015, but I can't read the fine print, right?
Yeah. Trust me. I'm there.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely.
Oh, there's
guys.
cool.
It looks like the pizza's on the table, so I'm gonna duck out. Thank you for including me in this, and you guys just carry the torch. And thanks for having me on.
You got it, Donnie. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you, buddy. Have a good night.
Right.
See you, bro.
See you guys.
Thanks, Don.
Cheers to you all.
Cheers.
See you, buddy. Bye-bye.
So I don't know if you guys saw it or not. We did a little challenge with one of the guys, Aaron. He's there training with you for the Vegemite challenge.
Oh my gosh.
So I tried it. It was probably the worst tasting thing I've ever had in my whole life. What do you think?
Well, I heard it was terrible. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. So I'm not going to drag it on, but I heard we didn't eat it right. So today I go, hey, Aaron, what'd you bring for? Oh, I brought 2 sandwiches, with Vegemite. And I was like, are you effing serious, man? He's like, yeah. But the way they put it on like a little light spread, kind of like butter, and then they put some cheese in it. And technically I heard you put a toast and a little butter, and then it doesn't taste bad at all. But I'm not willing to take that chance to do it again. I'm pretty much done. So
yeah, it was I explained it to my wife, and I couldn't think of the name. I was trying to find the feed when you were making your sour mouth, the video you had, and I said it was kind of like a unreduced demi-glaze for a steak that is so salty, it's like bitter. It was, and then I said, she saw the thing, and she's like, "Oh, it's Vegemite." She goes, "Yeah." It's like, they can keep it over there.
It wasn't very, to me personally, it wasn't that tasty. It's yeast and salt mixed together. So
really,
it's yeast and salt. Hey, you got a lot of people coming on here, man. There's
Yeah,
Dent,
it's
you
it's
got
doing good.
Scotto, you got
Doing good.
Eric, James Brown, Dent Lion, Jason,
So,
everybody.
so one thing that I did come home with that I'd loaded up, I think on Monday or Tuesday, you guys gave away these little flash drives
Uh-huh.
with some information on it.
Yeah.
And it's just the breakdowns on your social media. This thing it was a great idea. This was a nice little gift that a lot of people left with some information.
Some people didn't get it. If you didn't get it, message John. He's got them. So just make sure that you get it. Yeah, I honestly, I didn't even have a chance to get my stuff in there that I wanted to. As soon as the dust settles down, my main priority right now is to get the photos to everybody. We're organizing the photos right now. We got some photos back from getting some of the backgrounds taken out. I was testing to see what kind of edits I was doing. Ryan Soft was just going crazy, huh? But that's my priority, is make sure everybody's getting some content by this weekend. So Sunday, expect you guys' files to start getting some content in there, and I expect to see you guys' photos everywhere. Okay, I will do a little breakdown on how I edit a file and put it in there and make it look pretty cool, and then hopefully you guys can learn or get inspired and do it yourself. So that's the whole point.
And you posted a picture, one of your quick edits of the yellow car with you on it, and it turned out awesome.
It did. Most of that was done in my phone. The only part that was done in Photoshop was I have this plugin called flares, and I put flares on the headlights to do that. If anybody wants, I'm not going to put flares on everyone's cars. So if you want it done, just let me know. I'll put it on there. I'll do that file like that for the people who attended. So it's up to you.
And that's another guy that worked his butt off.
Oh, David Ricketts.
Oh my gosh.
Let me tell you something, man. Without David, obviously, another thing. It's like, I think of Mega Media Event like a big chain. Okay. Everyone's a link. Everyone's a link. And the stronger the links, obviously, the stronger the chain. And David's part of that strong link. Obviously, John, myself, the team, and most of all, the attendees, because if the attendees weren't focused or we wouldn't be there without you guys if you guys didn't believe in us. And I think I've been to that speech there when I was doing that, but I really strongly believe that the people who came, and I'm not saying those are the best people out of everything, but man, those are the guys who really were super dedicated and really wanted to grow themselves. And like you said, the people who came back is that you can see them growing. You know what I mean? You can see him growing.
I said something to Dave Fisher, and this is his second event. And the next day after you came on talking about Splice and Quick and all these things, and I'm sitting there at dinner that night, and it's like, wing, coming up. And this guy's already editing videos and figuring it out. The next morning, I shook his hand. I was like, oh, man, what am I going to do with you? You haven't even left yet.
Yeah, Dave Fisher, he's an animal. Listen, you guys, you don't have to go to Mega Media Event to do what you need to do. You know what I mean? It's a kick in the ass for sure when you go, and you do have a head start and you have tools to do it, but you don't have to wait till next year to go to Mega Media and don't give yourself I'll just wait till next year to get started. Now, get started now. You do it, even though you don't like it, do it.
Yeah.
Did you like pushing a dent when you're first learning? No, you're frustrated.
Yeah.
It takes conditioning to do it. And, that's my advice. Do it. Get in there.
And the good thing in this industry, there's anybody that's watching this show or went to Mega Media Event or that'll help you out. It's an open book.
Yeah, like I said, everybody's accountable for themselves, and then when they get there, they really know they're accountable. It kind of gives you a measuring stick, and this is what I need to work on. This is what I like taking what he's done, what Matt Moore's done. I like taking what Jason from Dent Lion did, or Lynn Tang from Google AdWords and Facebook. I mean, you could take, you don't need to use every bit of it, but you can take what you were looking for or what you were missing to help you polish yourself, you
Yeah.
know, in that
Yeah.
in the back end.
Yeah. There was Matt Moore. I told him the other day, I said, "You're speaking Spanish to me." Cause I don't know that stuff. You know, I don't know the website and the computer and he was like, call me anytime. We'll walk through it. You know, it was a good time. I mean, you had Anson there, you had Matt from Get a Grip there.
Yeah. Yeah, and they did well. And why did they do well? Because we got serious people who wanted better
Yeah.
themselves, who are wanting to, they understand the value of tools to themselves too. I mean, it's not just marketing, it's tools. You got to see new tools too. Anson had a
Yeah.
whole heck of a lot of new tools to show
They
off.
did.
So
This
uh,
this like I said, this slide hammer, I saw the prototype at MTE and I saw this on the table and I looked at Craig and I said, "Is that what I think it is?" And he says, "Yeah. We got 50 of them in." And I was like, "Okay, I'm taking the first one."
that's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a good slide hammer. And then I picked up some of those Brazilian blending hammers.
I saw that.
They are good. They're really good. I like it. Accurate. They don't divot up the paint like you normally would. Spreads the metal well. The magnetic slide hammer, I like that for the rails. It's good
Yeah.
because I don't have to set my slide hammer somewhere. And that's all I use on the rails is a slide hammer. And I think most people do. I learned my lesson.
So did I. So did I.
No more mini lifters on the rails. I don't care how flat the thing is. I'm over fixing dents again, you know.
Vince says it's called the Griffin by Kiwi Dent Tools. That
Yeah,
thing.
like that profile photo of you, Vinny.
It is. It kind of. It's definitely. Definitely interesting there, isn't it?
It is, man.
So James Brown's asking a question. We haven't had many questions. What's the best way to advertise these days?
Best way to advertise is, I would say, well, let me just put it this way. I would say YouTube is probably going to be the best way to advertise, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, and don't listen. My advice too, as well, is remember, who cares about what the PDR community is? Make sure you are, if your first customer is the customer that's going to pay for a dent removal.
Yeah.
Don't worry about your competition. Don't worry about what other PDR community is. You'll be able to focus better on what you want to say as well. So I think YouTube is great, and YouTube, it's all about the title. It's about the thumbnail too as well.
Yep.
But if you're trying to get views, it's about the thumbnail. If you're trying to get out there as far as in the Google community, like get listed, you definitely want to make sure that title is right. And I'm going to give you guys another pointer to make sure that city name is tied with the word or the phrase dent repair.
Yes.
City. Okay. So get cracking on that. Make sure the description's done. Put a hyperlink to your website and get as much description as you can and make the video interesting. Don't make it boring and be yourself on the video. So that's
it.
the best way I would be.
And I told a lot of guys, they're like, "Oh, I mean, you saw it in the Mike did some interview clips and these guys are so scared." And I said, "Just get up there and be yourself."
We can all tell when someone's not themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, or if they've had another personality and then they're different, then they swing back and forth. I think eventually people find themselves, but try not to be someone else that you're not in the beginning, because they won't be able to tell, and that doesn't build trust. That builds like distance from yourself. So yeah, be yourself. That's great.
And it was, I don't know. I mean, I wanted to do a little recap on this thing and really get people that didn't go to kind of see, what it was about, because there is information out there and we put a lot out there and a lot of Facebook lives and a lot of people communicating and, but they still don't understand it. And just, it is, for me, Derek Yost is asking, what's the number one takeaway from the event? As a business owner, I realized that I need systems in place. And that was one of your talks and one of John's talks and one of the main things in there. And I don't have a lot of systems and a lot of quick things that I've implemented since I was here, and it's huge.
Yep. John got me and John been, we've been really trying to focus on what we feel. What's the biggest problem about people, right? It's either you're busy and you don't have enough time, right? Or you're not busy, but you have the time, but you're not very time management with that, your time growing your business. So John got some good advice from a person that he consults with, and yada yada. And we both kind of consult with each other, and it's kind of like the mastermind stuff we do. Okay.
Yeah.
But the advice that John passed on over to me is like, Mike, we got to create a system, right? But a system that we don't like to do. So, something that you don't want to do, and you got to do it, but you do it right, and you do it right one time. But as you're creating that system that you don't like, but you got to make sure you create the full system for it, so you don't have to do it again. So if you can do that, you're going to be a winner. But if you keep doing things you don't like and you don't do anything about it, because you have to keep doing it, then that's your fault.
Yeah. I've watched you over the last couple events, and Mike's phone's going off the whole time, and these quick presets through your text messaging. And let me tell you, 3 days of having it was a huge addition for me. It was freaking huge. You know what I mean? It
saves you time. I mean,
time and just professionalism. You can get to it faster and blow through it. And I literally came home to Ash and I said, we got to figure out. It was like Sunday night. I got off the plane. I'm like, after I've been working for 3 hours on the plane, I said, I got to put systems in place. We got to figure this out. And it was, for me, it was business changing, dude. It was.
Yeah. Well, it was business changing for me when I did it. I mean, it's like I was telling everybody at the seminar, is I almost lost a business partner on my bumper time side. Mm-hmm. So, because I didn't have systems or scheduling systems and stuff like that, it has totally reversed that. It looks like I am actually perfect. Like this company's perfect. It just makes it look perfect, and that's the way you want it, right? You want the same. No matter if you have 100 customers, you want every single one of those customers to have the same experience. It's like if you go to McDonald's in America, and then you go to McDonald's over in Taiwan, the burger is going to taste the same.
Yes.
Okay. That's a system. That's what people expect. There's no different odd experience about a McDonald's hamburger. So that's the same thing which you got to explain. You got to think about, you have 100 customers, make sure that system, everybody gets the same experience, a good experience at the end. And that's what it's about. I think, I'm sorry, James, I didn't see your reply. He said, and recommended time on YouTube.
James is throwing out some fire questions today, isn't he?
Well, here's the deal. As long as your video is interesting, you can be as long as you want. If you're trying to make a point and you're trying to, like, let's say, talk about a dent repair, I don't like to go, my thing, I like to go 60 seconds or less, getting my point across about a dent repair, because try to create a video that you get questions a lot through text message, email, or through the phone. And have a video that helps explain the process, the repair time, what you can do for them. Kind of like what we just doing for Mega Media event, right?
Yeah.
Right, Ryan? So we're creating a 45-second to a 1-minute video about that. But you want to educate them. Make something interesting. Don't keep going before and after. Time lapses are pretty cool. You know what I mean? Those are really cool. Put some music in there, put some voiceover on it. But I would personally like to keep it anywhere between 1 minute to 3 minutes max. That's quite a long time. But if you're doing a vlog, then that's a different story. People are going to expect it to be a little longer and have something like a storyline to it and whatnot. So, it's totally up to you. But I think at the end, no matter how long it is, just keep it interesting.
Yeah. And it's so funny. I'll tell you guys something, and Mike's going to laugh. So I'm upstairs with Mike, and we're doing my little interview, and I'm on YouTube every week and throwing videos out there and doing this interview with Mike, and I'm like this, touching everything, looking at the camera. I'm supposed to look at Mike. I'm looking at the camera, and he's like, Ryan, just put your hands down. Ryan, look at me.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it's the
It was
same
just,
instance.
yeah. And you know what? And that's another thing about the interviews. Listen, here's the deal. So I was towards the, I'm going to be real honest, you guys. On the last day of the seminar, I was pretty stressed because I had video work still to do. I had interviews to do. My friend Lynn came and helped save the day. But a lot of you guys who attended were really nervous, super nervous about the interview. So I gave it some thought and I said, anybody who doesn't want to do the interview, you're not going to have to do the
Yeah.
interview. Don't you just, I'll do it. I'll do a voiceover through your regular video. We'll handle it. I was expecting probably half the people to go, I'm out, dude. Let's just do it. That 95% of you still stepped up to the plate. And I just want to say congratulations. I'm really proud of you guys who did it. And I'm not saying anything who didn't do it. The people who didn't, I totally get it too. And they had their personal reasons why, and nothing against them either. And it was very, very few. But I just want to say for the majority of you guys stepped up and you stepped out of your comfort zone and you took a shot at it. And that is awesome. So I just want to say thank you very much for just doing it, and you'll get better at it as you do it. And that's tremendous because you stepped up and you did it. So.
And there were a lot of guys asking that night before, and they're like, man, I'm so nervous. First time I've met Mike, and I'm in a room alone with him, and I'm on the camera. And I said, just think it's your mom. I mean, geez, just get up there and just think it's your mom.
It is your mom. Hi, okay, sweetheart, let's go.
It was just, I said, just get up there and put your story. Mike's going to cut it up and make you look good either way you look at it.
I did. Yeah,
So,
I'm doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of back work still. I mean, you and John are still doing things. You're doing edits on photos and videos. And, this is an ongoing process. And the organization was really well thought out. Like John from Mobile Tech RX was there. He was going through all the little quirks and changes that they've had. And it was well rounded.
I've seen him do, he's been to all our mega media events and he's done all of it. But I was very thorough in there. And I didn't see one speaker lose the people.
No,
I didn't.
I was surprised. I thought I was going to lose them because I was talking about brownies. So
you got their attention, man. I heard that part. I heard you said, "Well, if you thought Mike brought me here to talk about brownies, man." So
hey, got to keep it interesting. And it was weird. I brought all these samples for guys to see what I was trying to put out there, and I didn't come home with one thing. Everything was gone. Charlie Molina looked at me, said, "Hey, can I take this clipboard?" And I was like, "Yeah, just take it." It was really, for me, it was, like I said, it was business changing, man.
I gotta say something about Charlie Molina. Charlie Molina he was nervous as heck, right? And he got up there, and he was genuine. That's all I can say up there. You know what I mean? He was great, and you could tell that he stepped out of his comfort zone.
Oh my gosh, he was so nervous, and I spoke up while he was up there, and I said, Charlie's got 200 videos up there.
Yeah,
and it's just Charlie, so. He was super nervous, and then he started rolling, and you could see him on the panels. When we had the panels, he was super relaxed and felt so much better. And, I almost think for some of the newer guys that are going to speak at some of your events, put them on that panel first thing. It breaks that ice. It's quick and easy, a little more casual. And then the next day they're blowing it out of the water.
It is. I think that panel thing was really a great idea. John came up with that idea to put people on a panel and let people do their thing. And it was probably one of the best ideas we had at this mega media event. It was great.
It was really good information. And, John had some preloaded questions. But I really think the guys like when they could ask the questions and pick your brain.
Yeah, absolutely. It was definitely more organic.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, it's kind of like what these guys are doing on your panel. They right now, they're just asking questions about me.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of or asking advice, and I'm just kind of giving my 2 cents on it. And man, I love this industry, man. I love this industry. It keeps getting better. I'm watching it right now. It's going so fast in a better way, like in a good, like it's mind blowing because it was going so bad so fast not too long ago.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's just changed. I feel like the amount of information out there is tenfold. I remember in the beginning, everything was hidden. Everybody kept everything to themselves and didn't want to give the information out. And I mean, I was an old dent wizard guy. I remember hiding in the back of the places. No, you can't watch me, or no information. Now it's guys are helping each other and throwing all this information out. And it's you young guys are super lucky
Yeah, you
because
sure in the hell are.
if we had this back in the day, even tool innovation, the tool innovation is off the hook.
I'll give you another example. So Aaron's here. He's doing some training. And listen, this guy pretty much had to train himself. He's 3 years as a PDR tech, and he's damn good, Ryan. He's probably as good as a 7 to 10 year tech right now. Not 5 years, not 6. You guys, well, how long? I'm literally, you would probably think he's been doing it already 7 to 10 years already. Okay. Now tomorrow we've got a really nasty dent to do. But going back to what you're saying, it's evolved so fast that these guys have so much information at their fingertips. If they want to be good, there is no excuse to get better.
Nope.
None. I mean, even now, even if you didn't want to go to Dent Trainer, you could probably still learn a lot on YouTube. But I'm not saying don't just do that. Go to denttrainer.com. But literally groups, Facebook groups, and the people are, I think people are starting to understand, are starting to get it. At least the good techs are starting to understand, hey, I've got to help this guy, because if I don't help this guy in the long run, he's going to hurt me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He's not doing us any favors, and I'm not doing any favors by trying to put him down, but I should be helping him up, because that actually helps me up too as well. You know, it helps the industry up. You know, no more selfish thinking.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I mean, it's just the information out there. Like I said, my phone was blowing up this week, and guys are asking questions, or hey, you know what? I was picking Matt Moore's brain, and it's awesome. We are very, very fortunate in this industry. And I sit back sometimes and I tell my friends and my wife, and we're in such a niche industry that you wouldn't think that it's so united. You know, guys putting information out there, and hey, you know, I called you about a training issue, and boom.
I know. Oh, James Brown asked me another question. Well, you're on fire, aren't you, boy? So
He
where do
is.
you think advertising is going? Video. And it's going
Definitely.
what we talked about last time. If you guys want to pay attention where advertising is going, pay attention to where the youth is at. Okay.
Yep.
Pay attention where the young guys are at, like TikTok. And
I just
TikTok
watched a thing on Gary Vee on TikTok.
Did you?
Yeah.
He mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah. I did a whole panel. I guess it was this week about TikTok. It was one of the executives from Facebook left Facebook and is involved with TikTok. And it's that age group in between, I think he said 14 to 27 or something. And that's where the trends are going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Listen, guys, you guys and gals have everything right in your fingertips right here. There's no excuse for you to get out there. Here's one thing, if you guys want to know if you're actually being productive. If you're spending more time looking people's feeds and you're not doing crap for yourself, you're wasting time.
Yep.
Right? Get off of Facebook, stop farting around, and just log. Your phone now tells you how much bull crap time you've wasted on the phone.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
So you need to be productive and start working on your company, get going after you watch this show, and then you go to work. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm serious. You need to like put some work in and stop making excuses. You know, I'll do it this time, Remember, you don't get results. If you want to go to the gym, you want to look fit, you want to eat right, you got to do all those things, right? You got to physically go to the gym, right? And you've got to physically get on the computer or get on your phone, download some apps, go to work, create some videos, do it, man. There you go.
Mind blown.
Friggin'
mind blown. So I'm going to tell you guys a story just since they weren't there. It was pretty good. So Mike's talking about a website called Wordle. The only reason I know about the website is because of Mike. He was doing his presentation and he was airdropping everything from his phone onto the TV. And I ended up sneaking this little picture in between there on the screen. So it was that's what type of environment it was. It was there, you know, it was light, good information out there, but it was a funny moment. Yep. But I'm going to get it back. Mike's got something coming for me.
Don't worry.
Mary already warned me.
I got a little something. So, Suex Falls. I always mispronounce that thing. That's Jack, right? That's Jack.
Yeah.
You guys just posted similar live videos and dent repair videos to TikTok. We are actually, look, the shorter the if you did like a glue pull or you know, one of those cold glues, and you can make it interesting, slow motion. You know,
that's
one of the GoPro time lapse stuff, and just make it as interesting. Sometimes it's like I was telling Ryan and everybody at the group, like, if you guys want to know what TikTok's about, don't try to just make a post right away. You need to indulge in it for a little bit, and you'll after about 3 days of just watching it for about anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes of it, just sipping through it, you're gonna pick up on the algorithm of it. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna get ideas, and then it influence you to create something of your own. And I think that's the best way to do it.
And I really enjoy it. And the cool thing about it is you make a video and it gets saved to your photo stream and you can share that I've been sharing it on Instagram. I've been sharing it on Facebook, and it's just little weird. I'm actually taking some of my YouTube videos and cutting them down really easy. You can do it all in the app. Yeah. You can make color changes. There's stickers.
You get more filters in there and cool little things to do that. It's actually interesting. It's actually quite fun and funny too. You know,
I've been enjoying it. You know, Cole Fox actually commented. He's following me on there, and he's like, man, because every day I'm trying to just post one. I'm just cutting up little videos that I had or little things that customers sent me and cut them up. And you can change the voice tones. Like one of them I had really high pitched voice. It was one of my YouTube videos, and it's just fun. It's a great app.
It is, and pay attention. So, some of you guys have, you know, account. Actually, probably most of you who have kids and you're about our age, they're probably already on TikTok. Some of my kids are, and I had my daughter do my first 3, and she did a good job that. So I kind of got the rhythm. She kind of ask your kids, you know, they're probably gonna, what the hell are you want to go on TikTok for? But I'm telling you, it's going to benefit you regardless if you go on there, or you can just make interesting posts on the other platforms from it.
Yeah,
so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, look, Mike, I'm glad you came on. I really appreciate everything you do for the industry. You know, and how epic that event was that you guys threw on. It was awesome. So I personally appreciate it. I'm sure all these guys appreciate it. Yosti's in here. He did a hell of a job. You know.
Yeah, and John Hiley, wasn't he? Didn't he seem super focused? I mean, like
John Hiley was on fire.
That guy is.
He was
a different. Listen, I know some of you guys have been to the past ones, and people probably agree that they listened to this. He had a different focus on this one. It was definitely a different focus.
He was on a mission, and it was fun. I posted a picture there while we were there, and it was you and him, and they're both speaking, and they're both smiling and having a good time. And he was full of information. And even the conversations I was listening to in the background, him talking to other guys, it was really good.
Yeah. Well, Ryan, I really appreciate you taking the time and putting me on, man. I mean, it was a pleasure. I was super, super happy to be here too. Thanks for the invite too.
No, you know, it was a great event, man. I got nothing. Like I said, it's going to be hard to go to MTE this year because this was such a good event. It was, we went from a really good MTE Vegas to even a better MME. Now we're going to MTE Orlando.
I think it's going to be just, I think Orlando again is going to bring it. It's like the SEMA of PDR.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to meeting again more new faces and seeing old ones as well. And I just can't wait.
And if
Oh,
you
and
guys,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, hey, we're having a SoCal meetup again in December 14th on a Saturday at Jeff's place at gosh dang it, Beach Cities PDR. So if you're in the SoCal area, please come on out and message me, and I'll be posting it pretty soon again on my Instagram and Facebook.
And we've actually got something to announce. I might as well announce it now. Scotto and I are throwing an East Coast Dent Techs meetup in Boston.
When are you guys doing that?
First weekend of March. Vince is going to do an IMI on that Sunday. So we're going to have it on that Saturday and IMI on Sunday.
Wow, congratulations.
So
Congratulations, man.
Oh.
It is, I'm telling you, it's a needed thing in every city and every market, dude. It is awesome. So
East Coast, we're going to try to get everybody up there. Scotto's working on the hotels. It should be fun. It should be.
I think it's the first public real meetup, right? In East Coast.
Yeah.
It's legit. Nice, man.
So
Congratulations.
try to get some boys up there and have a good time. I know Craig said he wanted to be involved, and we'll make it happen. And Craig's got a pretty big announcement coming out here soon. So make sure you keep your ears open for Anson. They've got an epic. Yes, he's got an epic contest coming out that you're not going to want to miss. So
can't wait. It's legit, dude.
Keep your ears out. Keep your ears out. So remember, guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope you like the new platform with it live on Facebook and YouTube. The comments are a little weird. I'm trying to figure out why it's not letting me comment to the Facebook, but we'll get that squared away. And Mike, I appreciate it, bud.
Thanks a lot for having me on, Ryan. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
And remember, guys, keep it real. See you next time.